Hi all, thought I'd give you a bit of an update of how I'm going with this trailer, and had the opportunity to pull the front axle out of this dog trailer, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an understanding of how I've sort of designed the turntable. It's actually 300 by 300 mil, or 12 inches if you want to go that way. In the old school, we have a piece of a high density polyethylene sitting here, and this is our skid plate. So the 300 mil is sitting underneath, and there's also a piece that comes down on top that's under the main part of the trailer, which is 300 mil. This stuff here is a self-lubricating plastic. It's got it's got a high compression rate, and it's got a high skid value. Like it doesn't wear. It'll mark. And it's exactly the same stuff that they use in the chopping boards in kitchens, but it's brilliant stuff. I can't recommend it enough. So just sort of give you a bit of an idea, we have a 30 mil by 180 mil long bolt. I've drilled a hole in the bottom of it for a cotter pin. It actually sits in from the top of the trailer down through that hole, like so. Underneath we've got a piece of 6 mil walled pipe that's 90 mil in diameter. Inside diameter, this is the bush that actually goes up inside that. I've welded it on the inside, so I've put that chamfer there so it'll come up tight. So it sits underneath like so. This is our skid plate. So everything is going to skid because the top bolt actually remains static. It's actually held in, so into that, and I'll give you a video in the future of showing you how it's done. So this plate here, it actually spins like this. This is how it turns. This plate then sits on top of our cotter nut, and it's a manufactured cotter nut. By the time I got one out of Melbourne in Victoria, it was going to be 40 bucks just for that nut. So a couple of $3 nuts, just a little bit of weld, everything's good. So this is the actual setup. It works really well, and I can get a lot of pressure on it. Part of my design requirements will be that this particular bolt will be the main wear bolt. I've actually designed this bush so that this outside edge doesn't wear that mark on that bolt. But I'm still going to stipulate as part of my design requirements that this bolt is removed once every 6 months and inspected. Anything over 1 mil of wear on that main bolt, it needs to be replaced. The ADR, Australian Design Rules, of a turntable, there's no really specific requirements. It's quite amazing. All it requires in those design rules is that the front axle has to steer the trailer. So after I've done an extensive research, the D rating is the braking strain of a component or a turntable or like a 50 mil ball. It has to be rated at 10 times the weight of the trailer because of the lateral forces that are going backwards and forwards. In the event of an accident, you don't want the trailer to snap this bolt off and keep coming towards you. Vice versa, if you have to sway, you want that bolt to be incredibly restrictive. So, as a result, it's a 30 mil bolt with a 40 ton braking strain or shear strain. So, in other words, that it shears off this way. Obviously, bolts don't have much of a shear weight this way on the thread, but everything is sitting on top of this. It's actually got weight on this all the time. So, the actual nut or the thread section doesn't really do much. It just holds everything together. So, this is the critical part. 40 ton. The trailer's only going to weigh 3.5 ton. So, as a result, this certainly fits in with that D rating requirement.